I might want to just make that all into one sentence. Let me see. The pictures reminded me what I discussed in the last video of where I was hypnotized to draw on the walls of the jail, and I was hypnotized to think that drawing on the walls of the jail was worshiping the devil. And that I could just include this and that. The pictures were like hieroglyphs. Okay, I need to get this done quickly. They're like hieroglyphs. And there we go. There's that one part. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the video done tonight. It's getting kind of late. I hope I can, though. But I think that would be why I was doing that so much, because I was trying to hurry. So I really need to hurry now. Okay, so there's the flower, and then there's the, like, pyramid that's on fire. And I need to describe those. Let's see. So, the pyramid's the first one that I'm going to describe. Let's see. I was hypnotized to think of pyramids. Hypnotized to think of pyramids.
Is there a certain time you have to start settling down?
Probably like 10 o'clock. Yeah, so like a little bit over an hour. You know, unless I can get this done very quickly, but that would be nice. You know what I mean? I was hypnotized to think of pyramids when I saw the triangles. I saw the triangles drawn in the letters. Okay, and then I was hypnotized to think it meant child slave labor. To think the triangle on fire, triangle or pyramid on fire. I'll just write that. I guess it depends on how you would interpret it, right? Meant child slave labor. And to think of the song Cradles by Suburban. When I saw the fire. Because they also taught me how to draw fire, which I was horrible at drawing. And like that took a lot of practice actually to draw fire. I was horrible at it. Sometimes I was like able to do it okay, but I wasn't able to do it again if I tried to, kind of thing. Um,
Mhm.
but like so that's one sentence I think. The pictures were like okay, so I was hypnotized to think of the pyramids. I was hypnotized to think of pyramids when I saw the triangles drawn in the letters, and then I was hypnotized to think the triangle or pyramid on fire meant child slave labor, and to think of the song "Cradles" by Suburban when I saw the fire. Um, and then I needed to describe the rest of it, right?
Mhm.
Um, should I end the sentence there or continue it? Does it matter? What do you
Um,
think?
if you think you're done, go ahead and end the sentence.
Because like I'm when I'm trying to think, like I also start to flinch again. um, does that make sense?
Right.
Yeah. And especially because it's me that's writing it, I should not be having difficulty understanding what I'm writing. Um,
Mhm.
like let's see. Okay, like I can end the sentence there, and then the next sentence is probably going to say, oh, okay, the pyramid on fire. Or I could say I was hypnotized to.
The second time I've had to mute my end because I was sneezing.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
It's okay.
Um, that happened to me when I was talking to you on the phone earlier. Do you remember that?
Right.
Yeah. What we were talking about earlier was like, I mean, if you were having a difficulty speaking too, that would make me question if you were hypnotized too.
No, I'm not.
Well, I mean, we talked about it before, but like, yeah. Anyways, you shouldn't have any difficulty speaking though. You know what I mean? But
No, I'm just feeding
because
off
like
of you.
mine is from hypnosis. That's completely different.
Yeah,
I
I
mean, like I
understand that.
understand what sympathy pains are, but that's a little bit of an extreme if you're having difficulties like I was. Um,
I wouldn't say like yours, but just, you know, here and there.
uh, I mean,
And if it started, because I think what it is that I'm just feeding off of you.
I don't know, maybe. It's possible. I'm not saying it's impossible, but um, moving on with the
Yeah.
yeah, with what I'm writing. There we go. So, I was hypnotized. Wait, okay. There we go. I was hypnotized to think it meant child slave labor. I was hypnotized to think the oh wow pyramid on fire meant child slave labor because um the song Cradles the album cover there we go for the song Cradles was a cradle on fire and the cradle was supposed to reference children. And 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 it was once believed that the pyramids were built by slaves. So the next one was the flower. I was hypnotized to think the flower So this video might be a little bit longer because I really have to go into. I really need to get this done. Um. Okay, hypnotized to think of. I. I was hypnotized to think. Did you SpongeBob her? When I saw the flower. And it took like over 5 minutes for the next part of the hypnotic suggestion to come into play, right? Oh, I should also include how it was labeled Lucifer. Because, I mean, like, the fact that they even tied in calling the flower Lucifer, you know what I mean? And told me about it before it happened. Like, they tied in the plant being the devil into the metaphor.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just kind of proof right there, you know what I mean?
Right.
Especially with how indirect, confusing, and vague the metaphor is in general. Because, like, what does SpongeBob have to do with a flower or the devil? You know what I mean?
Seriously.
Like, you get it though. It's kind of like, I mean, that it's abstract thinking. You know what I mean? And like, of course, there would be a lot of people that would be like, that's not like evidence of anything. Like you just made that up. It's just your imagination. You're just stupid or something. But at the same time, like metaphors are real and they are used in hypnosis too. And like I actually didn't make it up either. So when I saw the flower labeled Lucifer, and if I include that part, the 5 minutes later, it might help. Um, and then I was hypnotized to think of kelp. So like I also tried to count the leaves on it, right? And I noticed that there were only 6 instead of 7
For the marijuana leaf?
for the flower.
Oh, the flower.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But the flower kind of like the shape of the flower leaves kind of look like kelp. So I mean, like, and if it was 7 leaves, it would have been probably too obvious.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they probably had him do 6. That's what I'm thinking. And I mean, I can include how many were like leaves the flower had. I want to get this done quickly. You know what I mean? Do you think I should, or do you think I shouldn't?
That's really up to your call.
Okay,
I mean, if you want to start, settling down.
Yeah, I want to get this done really quick. Um,
Okay.
if I can, um, um, okay, so and then I was okay, so this is about the flower. Oh, that was also part of it too. I remember. Um, because like it was like I was also hypnotized to think of one of the hypnotists named Kathleen. That hypnotized me when I saw the flower labeled Lucifer because her Facebook profile picture was also a flower, right?
Right.
And the religious references made me think of her specifically, because of like how she hypnotized me and everything along those lines, and like involved religion and all that kind of stuff. And then I just remember her telling me that like Billie Eilish was the devil and all that kind of stuff. Right? Because I mean, it kind of just made me like curious.
Yeah.
Um, the this is I can't. I need I need to talk. I need to talk. I saw the flower label Lucifer, and then I was hypnotized to think of kelp. Because the cartoon references kelp. That's actually an interesting idea too, if you think about that, because like it did spark my curiosity naturally why the flower was like labeled Lucifer. You know what I mean? Um,
Uh-huh.
so then like it would kind of like arouse this curiosity and everything like that, and then just waiting for the hypnosis to like kind of tell me what it meant. Um, um, anyways, and I think I wrote the wrong word. Then I was decided to think of kelp because the reference is kelp. That's the cartoon references kelp. I can't write right now. This is ridiculous. I need to hurry. 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 Um, I think what's sorry about.
What's your hurry,
I think. I'm sorry. I think I was hypnotized to feel like euphoria. Like just not taking my time to try to write because that way I wouldn't have the sense of urgency I need to get it done fast enough. Then I was hypnotized to think of kelp because the cartoon SpongeBob references kelp. Oh, that's disgusting. References kelp a few times. References kelp periodically, I guess, in the cartoons. Or, wow, that was difficult. I think I'm gonna reword reword. I think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna reword it the way I want it to. Because SpongeBob references kelp a few times in his cartoons. Because SpongeBob, there we go. References kelp a few times. In his cartoons. Alright, I need to hurry. And it's just because of the subject that I'm kind of like really like freaking out over the. I can't talk. And then I was hypnotized to think of kelp because SpongeBob references kelp a few times in his cartoons. All right, so next. Why? This is not normal. This is not normal.
No, it's not.
Then I was hypnotized to think of kelp because SpongeBob references kelp a few times in his cartoons. This left me confused because I didn't understand what kelp had to do with the devil, right, or the flower, and everything right like that. I could also specify the leaves on it. This made sense. They also hypnotized me to think of a sponge bong. I don't know if you've ever heard of that before. Have you? Probably not. Shonda?
You still writing?
Trying to, yeah.
No, I'm here.
Okay. So this made sense because the flower petals somewhat resembled kelp like in the cartoon.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I was laughing at something else.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Thank you, by the way, Shonda. I really do appreciate your help a lot.
Yep.
And so I wrote, this made sense because the flower petals somewhat resembled kelp like in the cartoon. And Okay, and like it didn't, but it didn't make sense why the flower would have been labeled the devil.
Right.
Why the flower is labeled Lucifer or the devil. Um, and then, this is not good. This is going over the next page. And then I was hypnotized to think it was because kelp is also known as seaweed. And